When your enemy is making a mistake, don't interrupt them. The Biden regime calling an emergency cabinet meeting to talk about how they are getting destroyed on all fronts. Here's the report.
Friday, Fox News alert now. President Biden about to convene his first cabinet meeting since July. And nearly every member of that cabinet is facing a full-blown crisis. As we say hello on a Friday, I'm Bill Hemmer. Good morning at home. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Bill Hemmer. I'm Dana Perino. This is America's Newsroom. They have not held a cabinet meeting since July.
Why?
I mean, it's not like there's been a lot going on, but we'll see how they do today. The president's going to huddle with his cabinet at 2:30 Eastern today. The meeting is ostensibly about infrastructure, but implementing that plan may be the least of the president's worries.
So every cabinet member facing their own five-alarm fire. VP Harris.
Look at this image. Every cabinet member facing their own five-alarm fire. The Fox News headline, crisis in every corner.
On the border. Secretary Blinken on Kabul. Secretary Buttigieg on the supply chain, and the list goes on. White House correspondent Peter Doocy begins our coverage. Nice to see you on the North Lawn, Peter. Took 4 or 5 months. How come?
It did, and Bill, they schedule these cabinet meetings a long ways in advance to make sure...
Wait a second, are they leaf blowing? Are they leaf blowing behind Peter Doocy? They're leaf blowing. Ron Klan's like, get the leaf blowers out there. Fox News is going live. Oh my God. This is how pathetic these people are.
Sure that everybody who needs to be there can make it, but somehow this one got scheduled while the Vice President, Kamala Harris, is in France. And we just heard from her a couple minutes ago talking about problems back home.
As I said earlier, fully appreciate the significance of things costing more. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. And so we are doing what we can, making it probably one of our highest priorities.
Yeah.
In addition to the cabinet secretaries mentioned a moment ago, Merrick Garland is still dealing with accusations that his Justice Department scrutinized parents like domestic terrorists. Jennifer Granholm at the Energy Department is facing accusations that she's not doing enough to lower gas prices. Antony Blinken at State is just back from a trip where he reportedly warned Europe that Russia could soon invade Ukraine. Alejandro Mayorkas at DHS dealing with a porous border. And Javier Becerra at Health and Human Services is dealing with a pandemic. He's been almost completely off the radar at this White House, at least publicly, for months after reports that the president was unpleased with the conditions that unaccompanied migrant children in his care were held in. And all agencies are operating in a country with prices rising at historic rates because of worse than expected inflation.
Everything costs more because they have the dumbest economic plan in history. Their plan is basically lock down the economy, spend like crazy, pay people not to work, and then what are they going to do in this next bill? For the people who have been working, they're going to raise their taxes and spend even more money.
And so officials around here are starting to argue that the best way to bring prices down is just to pass their social spending bill, but some Democrats are unsure of that. So right now, the Democratic White House does not have the votes in Democratic Senate or House to pass that Build Back Better plan right now.
Okay, Jen Psaki's back in the office.
Talking about how Joe Biden is convening his first cabinet meeting in a very long time while Kamala Harris is curiously out of the country. Now, it's absolutely no surprise to anyone who watches this show or watches this channel that Kamala Harris and Joe Biden hate each other. This is what happens when you put together a regime. What happened was Barack Obama got together with all of his old Barack Obama people with social media and corporate media and says, okay, what's the recipe for a win here? Well, we got to have the old dementia-addled white guy that's going to make sure that all the nursing homes, vote for him because they look like him, and he's going to bring back normalcy. He's going to bring back norms. We're going to bring that guy in. Then we got to make sure that our leftist progressive ideology wing, the BLM wing, we got to make sure that the intersectional wing is taken care of. So we got to bring in Kamala, right? We got to bring in someone historic, right? To make sure that everything's, that everything's historic, and we mix that spice in there. And so then we get like the old like nursing home crowd. Then we get like the young progressive crowd, and we get them to vote. and we lie to them, and then we go ahead and ram through communism, which nobody voted for. You create a world called Biden remorse syndrome, which you're seeing across the country. How did we win Virginia? Interesting question. We won Virginia because Democrats voted against Democrats. What happened in New Jersey? Why was the most powerful politician in New Jersey just unseated? Because Democrats voted against Democrats. That's what happened. Nobody voted for this crap. Abigail Spanberger, who is a Virginia centrist Democrat, is like, her quote is, nobody voted for FDR here. No one wanted FDR. What we wanted was normal and calm, and Joe Biden has provided none of that. So you have a situation where Kamala and Joe don't actually like each other. They were just slammed together by Obama inside of some type of, dark backroom dungeon in Martha's Vineyard. They were slammed together by Obama in order to poll test what could the best beat Donald Trump. And then they hate each other in practice. They don't like each other. That's why Joe Biden regularly snaps at Kamala Harris. They don't like to be seen together in public. They both view each other as a liability. Joe Biden hates Kamala. Kamala's team hates Joe Biden's team. We have tons of insider reporting in the White House that these people despise each other, and for good reason. It's actually not going to be great for either of their careers when John Durham comes a-knocking. Thank you for watching. We are 100% independent news. Are you sick of being lied to? We certainly are. That's why we started this channel. But we can't do it without you. We can't keep going without your help. All we ask is that you click like and subscribe and share this video. It's free and it keeps us going. It keeps us growing. And it keeps us getting the truth out there to break the rotted corporate media infrastructure that wants to lie to you every single day, wants to corrupt your narratives, your truth, your story, and your very society. So support us by clicking like, clicking subscribe, and thank you, Patriots.